The Invisible Gorilla by Christopher Chabris. The first illusion in this book is called the illusion of attention. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball. The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it, but did not notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game. Let's rewind and watch it again. When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events. Second is the illusion of memory. In the next slide, there will be a series of words. Read through them and try to commit them to memory. Most of us cannot remember a 15-digit number, and we know we cannot, so we don't even try. We all forget where our keys are, forget someone's name, or forget to pick up the dry cleaning. We know that we often make such mistakes, and our intuitive beliefs about everyday memory failures are reasonably accurate. Our intuitions about the persistence and detail of memory are a different story. Now grab a pencil and paper and write down all the words you can remember from the previous list of words. I will give you a few seconds to do so. Now look at the list that you wrote down. How do you think you did? Most likely, you did not recall all 15 words. Often, we recall fewer than half of the list, a few from the beginning and a few from the end, but we miss most of the words in the middle. The reason your difficulty recalling all 15 words in your list illustrates the illusion of memory is not that it reveals limits to how much we remember. People generally understand those limits. It reflects the illusion of memory because it highlights what we think we remember with what we actually remember. Take a look at the list of words you recalled. Does it contain the word sleep? Memory depends both on what actually happened and how we made sense of what happened. All of the words are closely associated with the missing word sleep. When you recalled the words, your mind reconstructed the list as best as it could. The next illusion is the illusion of confidence. Charles Darwin observed that ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. In fact, those who are the least skilled are the most likely to think better of themselves than they should. They disproportionately experience the illusion. However, these findings, that incompetence causes overconfidence, should reassure rather than discourage. It tells us that we study and practice a task, we can get better and perform the task and know how well we perform it. As skills improve, their confidence also increases, but at a slower rate, so that eventually, at a higher level of skill, their confidence levels are appropriate for their skill level. The most dangerous kind of overconfidence in our abilities comes not from when we are already skilled at a task, but when we are still unskilled. Once you know about this aspect of the illusion of confidence, you can start to pay more attention to what confidence really means for yourself and others. The next illusion is the illusion of knowledge. Spend a moment to think of the image of a bicycle in your mind, or even better, draw it. On a scale from 1 to 7, rate your understanding of how a bicycle works. 1 being no understanding and 7 being highest understanding. Now either look at the drawing or refresh your mental image and then answer the following questions. Does your bicycle have a chain? If so, does the chain run between the two wheels? Does the frame of your bicycle connect the front and the back wheels? Are the pedals connected to the inside of the chain? If you drew a chain connecting the two wheels of your bicycle, think of how the bicycle would turn. The chain would have to stretch whenever the front wheel rotated, but chains aren't stretchy. If you were like many others, you thought you understood how a bicycle worked, but after drawing the picture, realized you didn't. This example illustrates a critical aspect of the illusion of knowledge. We often think that we know more than we really do about things. The bicycle test is meant to illustrate how we mistake the feeling of familiarity for genuine knowledge. Christopher gives an example of students who come to him asking what more they could have done to do well on a final they had failed. They tell him that they read all the material and took good notes, and thought they had understood the material well. While they may have internalized some bits of the information, the illusion of knowledge led them to confuse familiarity for actual understanding. We have all heard the saying, correlation does not imply causation, and while pattern perception is central to our lives, and many professions are based on the ability to recognize a variety of important patterns, we still need to be aware of the illusion of cause. There are a few things that can get in the way when determining cause. Expectations, two events happen together, or we associate correlation to causation. For example, many people believe that sexually explicit music or playing violent video games is the reason why teens have sex or have violent behaviors, when in reality there could be many other factors at play. There are many who believe that genius is something you were born with. Many say that Mozart and Albert Einstein, for example, were born geniuses. This belief embodies the illusion of potential because in reality, genius is not born fully formed. It takes years to develop and it follows a predictable trajectory. Mozart's early compositions were not masterpieces. It took time for his talent to develop. Everyone has the potential to become a genius in whatever they wish, but it requires a lot of time, training, practice, and dedication. You can always increase your brain potential by giving your brain a workout from cognitive tasks, as well as physical exercise. Having a greater knowledge of all 6 of these illusions helps us to make more informed and logical decisions. When there are few objective grounds for determining whether a decision is right or wrong, intuition or common sense can't be beat. However, deliberation will generally outperform intuition when you have conscious access to all necessary data. Intuitions are often wrong and can cost us our fortunes, our health, and even our lives if we follow them blindly, which is why it's important to be aware of the illusions of our mind.